So you guys voted on if you wanted to see what my life is like in Australia or not, and I'm sorry to the one guy who isn't into it, but that's democracy for you. For the rest of you, this is what a week in my life looks like right now. Okay, let's do this week. I work in the city, so I commute for almost an hour and a half one way every single day. I often get off a stop early and walk along the river to the office. I call it the office, but it's actually the photography school that I graduated from a million years ago. My official job title is Future Students Coordinator, but it's actually a blend of a bunch of things, like anything from student recruitment to marketing, event management, and even some design work. So one thing that hasn't changed is that every day is completely different. This always takes forever. So we've actually got our mid-year bachelor students starting today, and we're having a little welcome morning tea thing in the reception area. So I'm just going to reply a few little emails before we go out and greet the new people. Or the new students. Well, they all seem nice. Huh? 何これ? Ooh, that's a nice surprise. I've never had a single full-time job before. I've always freelanced or worked multiple jobs at once, so I feel like some kind of imposter adult. Having my own office also feels super fancy. Just working with a designer to put together a new master's brochure, and he's come back with something today, so just look at that. Oh, that looks great. Yeah, nice. We're trying to keep it a lot more simple than it used to be, nice and clean. Oh, that looks good. We've got open day coming up in 2 weeks, not even, it's next week. And I have so much to organize, so that's what I'm gonna be working on next. I've made myself this checklist of all the stuff I gotta do, so we better get started. Before I leave for the day, I always make time to write down a to-do list for the next day so that I don't forget anything that I didn't get time for. It also really helps me in the morning because if I don't have it, I know I'll spend a good 20 minutes fluffing around trying to decide what to do first. But most importantly, this means that I can leave my work thoughts at work. Well, that's the theory anyway. This one always comes in to see what's happening. I couldn't find anything to put this on. But anyway, so today I'm working kind of late, so I've got to pack a little bit of snack as well as my regular lunch. Mum just gifted me her cat socks. Tessa's not going to be happy, but I am.
Don't tell her she notices.
I will. I'll be back soon. Yeah. Oh, don't come too close with your white fur. I'm just walking down to the station because I got to bring the work car home today, and obviously I can't drive 2 cars home at the same time. It's about a little bit over half an hour walk, but that's alright, it's not raining, so I'm happy. 2 weeks ago when I'd leave at this time of day, it was still dark. It's nice that I can see. That's the train I wanted. Damn it. Today is a little bit of a all over the place day. I'm gonna do a shoot down in the studio, And then I've got to sort out a few emails because every time I get here there's just 100 million more. And then in the afternoon I'm going to an expo, so I've got to go pack the car. Actually, we use this for the expo. It's got like a handle, and look at what I found in here. You will not believe this. I didn't believe it. This is a picture of me from 2013 doing an expo for PSC. So that's me. Haven't changed a bit, have I? And there's like pictures in here from when I graduated, like 100 years ago. That's me. All right, so I'm just gonna do some emailing and then we'll go down into the studio probably in about an hour. Okay, we're just going down to the studio for my photo shoot. We're doing like some promotional stuff for Instagram and YouTube to promote Open Day, and I got nominated to be in it. This is our studio. This is how much work goes into something that's gonna last for like 3 seconds. People don't understand what we have to go through. Meeting time.
And I've updated all our blacks and I've updated all this.
Great. I'm gonna eat like a bigger lunch today because, like I keep telling you, I've got that event tonight, so I won't finish till later. So I've got a little salad like I normally would, and it's got halloumi, and I love halloumi. You gotta get on this if you've never had it. I also made a little chicken mushroom rice, like brown rice bowl like that. I was gonna go and eat outside today, but like it's cold, so I'm not going to. But I always try and get outside at lunchtime because otherwise you just get trapped in this place and just never go outside. And that's not good. Now we gotta pack the car. Time to go. We're gonna drive out to do an event. I'll tell you a little bit about it when we're in the car. I don't know where I can put you guys. I got nowhere to sit yet, sorry. I'll see you when we get there. Okay, we made it here in one piece. These events are like when I talk to year 10, 11, 12 students and then try and kind of get them to come to PSC, I guess. More like an information session so they can ask questions about the courses. Yeah, it should be good. We're done. Okay, let's go home. Did you have a good day? We got some little presents from the expo that I just went to. How nice is that? This definitely feels like chocolate. I can feel the squares. We got fancy chocolate after dinner mints. If anyone doesn't know, these are like, I don't know, a really typical Australian thing that adults like and kids don't. I should study, but I'm tired. It's so cold today. I'm really glad I'm driving into the city. So I made it back to the office and like my stomach's really hurting. I don't know why, it feels really like they're tight. Anyway, I've got lots of stuff to do, so let's go.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Please don't talk about.
So now we're gonna do an impromptu shoot with this. We have a little balcony outside, so it's actually nice enough to sit out here and not be freezing today. So lunch is outside. No car. Brochures came. It's like Christmas. This one that we've been working on, I'm so proud of this. I reckon that looks awesome. Got back the print for the promo video that we shot in the studio. The retouching is so bad. Do you guys think I should send this as a postcard to Shinya? Do you think he would appreciate it? I think yes. Are you happy? Do you want a pat? Do you want your dinner? Okay. So this is what a typical evening looks like, and I pretty much repeat this exactly every night. I leave the office at 6 and get home just before 7:30, and let me tell you, I race out that door to make the earliest train that is physically possible. So you'd think I'd want to sit down and relax for a little bit, but no, I go straight in and make my lunch for the next day. And most of the time I really can't be bothered doing this, but I also know how much morning Steph appreciates it, so I make myself do it. After lunch prep, I transition into dinner prep, and then finally, dinner eating time. Yep. Jealous? Yeah. Don't include this. That's my sister. Hello. After dinner, I try and be really disciplined and do some Japanese study for a couple of hours, and then after that, I take a shower. I'm sorry, morning showerers, but I just don't understand how you can go into your bed and not have had a shower. Like, I don't understand. Then I do a little bit of light stretching and, well, sleep, obviously. It's not even 7, but we have to leave now because there's one way to get out of this town, and if you don't get on it early, you got to queue up to get on the ring road, and that queue can be up to half an hour, and we don't have time for that, so let's go. I'm so tired. We made it to Geelong. It's time for some breakfast. Coffee. So I guess you would call this like the recruitment part of my job. Going and representing PSC at different events, and today is a bunch of different high schools, so we got to push our bachelor course. Done. I couldn't really film much in there, but that was what an event looks like. So students just come and chat to you, and I give them brochures and try and get them interested in the course. Yeah. So now we're going to drive all the way back to Melbourne. Let's go. On Saturdays, I let myself sleep in, which admittedly is only until around 8 o'clock, but still. When I'm up, I'll do a little workout routine and then usually make some tea. I'm loving this KODOMOi cha at the moment, which was actually a present from Shinya. And it was also actually for my mum. So after that, I'll study for maybe an hour or so before brunch. For brunch lately, I've been making this like mega 1300 calorie smoothie and I'm still not sick of it. It's so good, but it really fills up my tum. Then it's back to studying. You wanna go for a walk? For a break, I just want to get outside, so it's willow walking time. We usually take her in the nature reserve behind our house, which is actually full of kangaroos. People don't believe me. And then it is supermarketing time, which, yes, that is a real verb in Australia. Super スーパーに着きまして、なんか4年5年ぶりくらいで、ちょっとブログするのが恥ずかしいので日本語で話そうと思ってる。行こう。覚えたより種類がすごい多い。Nuts are so cheap. $5. Mum has a system, an order that we have to do it all in. Back to work. And the afternoon consists of more study. So I'm actually trying to be really good and do study every day, but I've ended up sometimes not doing it and then like trying to catch up on the weekend. I'm thinking of taking the JLPT in December, so just doing a bit of cramming at the moment. And Willow's always there to kind of keep me company and occasionally put her face on my leg. But don't worry, I do have some fun too. There's a bit of YouTube watching and messaging, and I usually call Shinya on the weekend as well. So I'm not a total robot, don't worry. So Mum and I are gonna go on a little date. We're gonna go to the movies.
Yay.
What are we seeing, Mum? Tell the
We're
viewers.
going to see The Lion King.
Yeah. So I grew up with this movie as a child, and I didn't know if I wanted to see it or not because like I didn't want it to be ruined. But I'm gonna go and see it as a different movie.
Yeah, because now it's got real animals in it.
I wonder how long it took to train them.
Not long, I don't reckon, with new technology.
Anyway, we got an online ticket, so we don't have to go and buy it. So let's go in.
This wasn't the best choice. Yeah, because this is in the way.
So the seats are big and comfy, but we messed up because we've booked like a seat in front of a big block. That's our view, so that's the screen, but I can't see like that part of it.
Oh, this bit. That pushes it back.
Good. Now we're really happy. I'm really hungry. Like it, Mum?
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it. It was sad.
Did you cry?
Just a little bit. It was so realistic though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I cried as well at the opening because they matched the frame and the way that the movement of the camera went. Like it was exactly like how I remembered it. And then like the music came on and I was like, oh my god, I'm crying already. And it's only the first bit. So we're back home now, and I just want to talk a little bit more about the movie. One thing Mum said is that like apparently critics thought that it had no emotion, and I can see where they're coming from because like the CGI was really realistic, and obviously they tried to keep the physical body actions and facial expressions of the animals accurate, but like that meant that when they were doing these voices that were like really expressive, the face just like didn't match that, and you kind of expected that from the original. But one thing that they didn't have was when the two lion cubs slide down the elephant spine, and like I was waiting for that and it didn't come, so a little bit disappointed. Oh, they also sung some of the songs differently, like added different lyrics and stuff, like when Scar was singing his like I'm gonna take over the world type song, it was like really dark. Ooh. My candle just set off the smoke alarm. We'll just put that one aside, shall we? I've lost my train of thought now. Bye.